All right, hey folks, what's happening? I just watched 12 Strong. It was a great movie. It's like 1 in the morning here and I'm feeling pretty chatty, so it's not going to be a very polished video, but it's going to be mine. Anyway, it was a story about ODA, guys. Just tip of the spear kind of stuff. Heading off in Afghanistan really right after the towers fell. And really it was a pretty ballsy and stupid mission, and the guys were up to the task. So anyway, my great respect to a bunch of salty dogs out there with that right blend of special operations, insanity, and genius mixed with a bunch of heroism and divine blessing to pull off a mission that really should have crashed and burned. So way to go. A really cool story. The best stories like that usually don't get movie deals. They're not really spoken about, but it was time for this one perhaps to make its way into a movie. And I was glad to see it. Kind of what I was doing just through the movie is I wasn't really interested in. The movie was great, so I'm not going to pick it apart of realism, and I don't want to steal any of the joy out of it either. I was able to just kind of kick back, get lost, enjoy the movie, and really I kind of went there. And so I just want to, as I was just watching and vicariously identifying with the parts that I could relate with, I thought we'd just stroll down memory lane. Saying goodbye to folks. My first time I went over to Afghanistan, just we disappeared. Just my family, my girlfriend who I'd been dating for years at the time, we just disappeared. I couldn't tell them anything for weeks. Anyway, in every subsequent war tour I'd have after that, you'd have to say goodbye to, loved ones when, it wasn't some big OPSEC type thing. And that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. It wasn't fighting. It wasn't, climbing mountains with, lots of weight. It was usually telling goodbye to folks that you really, in the back of your head, you're like, I probably won't see them. I've cheated death just a few too many times. I'm probably not going to see them again. And you have those moments where you're like, absolutely, I'm coming back. And then the others where I'm like, yeah, that one was a little close. Anyway, so I just related with that pain and that hurt. One of the dudes who was about to go over, he was saying his goodbyes to his wife, and she basically said, I'll love you when you get back. And, somebody who probably hasn't walked down that path, and I wasn't married when I was in the military, so it was a lot easier for me, but I did watch that. I did observe that of dudes missing their kids' birthday parties and, just gone all the time, and marriages falling apart. And really, the hard part isn't leaving, folks. The hardest part is actually being left. So the families who had to endure that, just tough stuff. And so let's make sure to keep that in mind as you look soldiers in the eyes and, and especially their families too. That's a rough sacrifice, and I'm not making that anymore. So don't fill the comments with a bunch of thank yous for your service or anything. I'm not fishing for that. I'm just saying other folks, when you see them, make sure you hit them up. I remember the FOBs, or forward operating bases, falling into just random military vernacular, hoping all you guys know exactly what that is. Forward operating bases, so going to refit, and all the fine little details were there, from the water bottle that pulled down and shut the little hooch door, and somebody coming through with just like a box from REI, throwing stuff out, and here's a knife, and here's a watch, and those were cool. And then not really knowing when you were going to go on a mission or for how long, and then all of a sudden, hey, wheels up at 2200, and then loading up Chinooks with all your stuff. Man, Chinooks, just they really nailed that. I felt like I was right there on it. How many, hours have I spent on Chinooks, whether infill, exfil, or just transport, or anyway, just really cool. All the fine little details. I mean, I really think they just nailed the movie. So pretty cool stuff. Let's see. I really like the use of the dark humor kind of stuff. I think they really nailed that kind of NCO talk. So pretty fun there. Laughing when they're pretty sure they're going to all die. The courage, the fear, it was all there in the movie. Those towns just kind of strolling through ambush alley after ambush alley, seeing the hate in different people's eyes and be like, dude, that dude's about to just shoot us all in the back. Wondering if you're about to get led into a trap, all that stuff. The terrain, I don't know where the movie was shot. I did no research on it. I just went and saw it. Anyway, I thought just all of it. They did a fantastic job. Anyway, guys, that's short and sweet. I think all of it could have been over really, really quick if they had given Chris Hemsworth a hammer. Anyway, I know, terrible, terrible joke. Yes, I went there. Enjoy the movie, guys. Train hard, train smart, and I'll see you next time.